Hey everyone, welcome back to Watch and Carry. So I decided to pull the trigger on this modification idea I had last week. And the whole idea behind this was to make a modified Casio that looked like a car that I personally like. I don't own one, but I've read a lot about them. I've driven in them with friends who own them. So the car I wanted to base this watch off of was the Subaru WRX STi. And so I chose this just because I think it's a really cool car. It's a great piece of engineering. The colors also stand out. So you have that blue, the pink, the gold, which looks really cool. They contrast really well off of each other. And then also just in terms of parts, finding Casio parts or things that are compatible with Casio in those colors can be a little bit difficult, but I was able to do so. So on the right, you can see the Photoshop mock-up that I made of what it should look like. And here's kind of the watch that I was thinking of. So that would represent, the case would represent the body of the car. The pink masking here would represent the STi pink logos you have. And then you have the gold bracelet, which would, resemble the wheels. So for this one, I ordered a few used watches off of eBay. I definitely did not want to buy 3 watches brand new and pay full price just to make one watch. So I found 3 used ones online. I'll show those to you later, but if you're not able to find them, these are the watches that you're going to need for this modification. So this is technically a Skemi watch. You can see the label right there. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Skmei. So Skemi, you can get this in gold. They have it in other colors also, but this one is model number, I think it's 1299. See if I can find that model number for you. Oh, I guess it's not on here. Anyways, you can just type this in Amazon. For some reason, they're calling it Bunabe, but you can just type in Bunabe or Skemi stainless steel digital watch, and they'll usually have a few options that pop up, and gold should be one of them. And then the second watch you're going to need is this one. This is the Casio AE 1300, and then the submodel is 1A2. And from this one, we're just going to be getting that pink masking. And then the last one you're going to need here is the Casio. It's also a 1300, but the submodel is 2AV. So one thing I will note, these are the 3 watches I got off of eBay used. So this one didn't come with a battery. The guy said he's not sure if it's working or not. So for me, it wasn't a big deal because I'm just getting the bracelet off of this. This is the one that's blue, and this is the one that's pink, and they both look like they're working really, really well. And I paid only, I think, $12 for each of them, so $24 total. And then this one I think was $6, so about $30 for everything combined, so not too bad. One thing I was disappointed on, though, is if you look at how this watch is advertised on Amazon or even off of Casio's website, it really looks like a much lighter blue, more like a royal blue. But the actual watch that you're going to receive, and I did check the model number on the back to make sure that this is the correct one I'm getting, is more of like a purplish blue. So I'm a little bit disappointed with that. If I had bought this watch new, I probably would return it because it's not what I expected, but I bought these used for spare parts, so it's fine. It'll do for the job, but I don't think it'll look as good as I would have hoped in that Photoshop. And then a couple tools you're going to need here, just your lug removal tool and then a micro screwdriver. All right, so let's get started. This is going to be pretty quick, so I'm going to put these to the side here. First thing we do is take off the band on this Skemi Digital. So while I'm doing that, some interesting things. This is an homage or a ripoff or a knockoff, whatever you want to call it, of the Casio Royale or Casio AE 1200. These straps, they claim are stainless steel, and they do actually fit onto a standard Casio watch, which is kind of nice. So I thought that was kind of cool because I have this modified 1300 I think this is the 1AV, and this is how it looks stock, but it comes with a black rubber strap, and I wanted a black stainless steel. Casio doesn't sell a black stainless steel, so I bought a black Schemi with a metal black clasp, and then just transfer that onto here. And then from what I've read online, all the parts from a Casio you could technically put inside the case of a Schemi, but all the internals of a Schemi cannot go inside the case of a Casio, because even though they look similar, the Schemi is actually a little bit thicker and just a tad wider and taller. Okay, so just some info there. So we got our bracelet off. Let's put that to the side. Now we're going to take the masking, which is that internal divider. So let's remove that. So yeah, eBay's great for buying some used stuff, because I think these AE 1300s that have the colored cases are getting harder and harder to find. They might be even discontinued, I think, from Casio. I think for now they're just making the standard 1300 and the Casio Royale. Okay, then we're going to lift up here. Okay, put that to the side, and then we'll just dump that out to get that masking there. Okay, so now we've got our masking, and we've got our bracelet. Now for this one, we're going to go ahead and remove that bracelet. But yeah, you can find used stuff off of eBay. Sometimes if you're really into the modifying theme and you want to combine different parts, there's a lot of people that sell broken Casio AEs, and even if the watch doesn't work and they're selling it for like, I don't know, $6 or $8, you might be able to get a brand new case. Like, let's say the glass on yours is scratched and you just want to replace that, or let's say you want a brand new strap. So it's kind of nice to buy used, because some people have no use for it, and you might actually just only need one part of that watch. Okay. There we go. So you got that O-ring there. So let's go ahead and remove this one also. Okay, we'll dump that masking out. Okay, really quick here. Put it this way, make sure we have the right orientation. Put the pink masking in. Tap it down a bit. Place the watch. Make sure that these little tongues are making flush contact with the pushers. They shouldn't be resting on top of them. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to replace that O-ring. That O-ring, remember, has a little bit of a notch here at the top. You can see it, so make sure that that's going to go into the correct notch on the case, which is going to be right here on the top. Great. And we'll put this case back. Check to make sure our O-ring is not being pinched, so it looks good. Secure it all the way. All right, that looks pretty good. Now with this one, with the Schemi, make sure that the lettering here, it says Schemi here, is in the same orientation as the lettering here on the case, because that's usually the best way for the clasp to go. So we'll flip that over. Grab our 18mm spring bars. Put those in. So that's a perfect fit. And then the last one here. which is also a perfect fit. So that looks great. So this is how the watch is going to look. I think it's okay. I definitely wish it was a much better blue, but you know, that's just what happens when you modify a little bit. So anyways, if you guys have any questions, comments, if you could like or subscribe below, I'd appreciate it.